everybody. Hi chat. Hello, how are we doing? Hope everyone is doing well. We are back with some more Megaquarium. And hopefully you guys are hearing it. Hoping you guys are hearing it. So we're gonna go kick this straight off. Starting off as we did in the last game. Here we are. Okay, so we know I've got to remember how we play again. I've been playing a different game and okay, we are good. Okay, so we win just by getting those. Okay, that is fine. That is fine. We have an observation request that had so we've got 3 tubular sponges or 2 different lionfish. Well, we've already got the 3 tubular sponges, so we could just do that. We could do that and just get a whole heap of cash straight away. We could do that and just get a whole heap of cash straight away. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. We'll do that. Perfect. Bartlett Antheas, we need a longhorn cowfish and a coral grouper. There we go. 3 different shoalers. There we go. Okay. We will continue with the game. And boom, boom, boom. We'll press Alt and make the game go a little bit faster. Now, if we check our staff, we have 1 on cleaning. That's good. We have 1 on cleaning. That's perfect. That is really good. Okay. So I think that's where we're gonna keep a lot of it for now. That coral grouper is gonna be going, which is good. So once he's grown up, he is grown up. He is grown up, so we can get him and put him there. And then open this one up and open our mail, grab the cowfish, put him in there, and then we have the Bartlett Antheas. There we go. Grab all 7 of these. Press X on that. I'll put all of them in there. And they will be right as rain in there. They will be right as rain in there, chat. But what we do need, however, is a krill dispenser, because we do not have any krill. So we'll put krill there, and we'll just move these back 1. We'll just move that back. And boom, 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 there we go. I've been playing Planet Zoo, chat. I've been playing Planet Zoo, and used Alt to rotate in Planet Zoo, and P to pause. And I have not done that yet with this. I could change the controls, but really, why bother? It's doing pretty well as it is. And everything got fed. Excellent. Love that. Okay. So, how are we doing on our shoalers? So, Bartlett Antheas is a shoaler. Okay. What else have we got that's a shoaler? The half and half chromis is a shoaler, so we'll grab them. And is that all 4 of them? Nope. There we go. That's all 5 of them. Sorry, all 6 of them. There we go. Now we just need another shoaler, which is, if I'm not mistaken, do we have another shoaler? The reef squirrelfish. So we were going to get 6 of them. 2, whoop. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. We need more cave. More caveage in there. So let's put in a new cave. One that hasn't been seen before. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. And we are going to need to do that, but I think we should be able to get away with that. We might be able to get away with that, chat. We might be able to get away with that. Okay. I can't believe it's 6 PM already. We're just gonna press play and see how it runs off this so that that is done. Okay, so that's all fixed. Okay, so we do need more. So, for that, we're gonna get a big pump. And we're just gonna have a pump room out back here. I think that's a good bet. There we go. We are gonna move these benches real quick. There we go. And we'll put the other one just there. And we'll move that to there, because it still connects. And then we do need to get a different thing, but we can do that later. We're going to grab that, and for the sake of argument, we're going to grab that as well. So now that is fully done. That is good. Lots of shoulders in there. I like that. I like that, but we have more fish we can put in. So this one we had an issue with because it was 5 to 9. And... oh, sorry. 1 to 3. 1 to 3 is fine there, but it's not fine for these guys. None of these are wimps, I don't think. The Antheas are not wimps, they're not wimps, they're not wimps, and they're not wimps, so we can put a oblique lined dotty back in there. We can put one of them in there. There we go. He will go nicely in there. Boom, boom, boom. What else have we got? The grouper we don't want to put in. We'll put the grouper in a different enclosure, I think. The lionfish we'll have as a separate one. We're going to put another cowfish in there. Another 2. Because we're now down at 1. And that is it. Let's get some decorations. Decorations make things look better. Or so they say. So they say. And we're going to grab a shell. We can go there. And we're going to grab a treasure chest. We can just chuck it back there. Perfect. This one, we're going to put a nice little conch shell right at the front. And an anchor just there. Okay. So we'll then... oh, keep pressing P. I keep pressing P. So we grab that. Here we go. We've got starfish. We could get the sturgeon fish. It's actually not a bad shout. It's not a bad shout to get the sturgeon fish. But chat knows how much I like my epaulet sharks. Chat knows how much I like my epaulet sharks. And we have 22 free in there and 32 in there. And the epaulet shark gets to 16. So we can put 2 epaulet sharks in this one. And I think that would look really nice. Okay, staff zones. Okay, so we are going to have to do a staff zone, which is fine. It is fine, because we can grab that, create a new zone, and we're just going to make this a zone. Okay, that is a zone. We can subtract those. Okay, rename the zone is going to be center display. There we go. And we're going to assign our feeder, which is Quinn. I'm just going to assign, get zone 2, and delete the zone. And that gets us 2,000 coin. That gets us 2,000 coins straight off the bat, chat. And there we go. A boom, boom, boom. I saw mail pop up. Why did mail pop up? It shouldn't have. That's fine. Let's see how this goes, shall we? Let's see how this goes. And while that is going, I'm going to take a bite to eat. Hey, bookshelves. See, this is what we want. We want the double filter. We want the double filter. Okay. We're not doing too badly. It is not 3 o'clock yet, so that's fine. There we go. There we go. Perfect. 50 minutes left in the day. Precisely on schedule. Whether it will stay like that... Aha. Our fixer has leveled up. Excellent. Okay. So we've got money coming in left and right, chap. We've got lots of money coming in left and right. Okay. Not dropping any frames, that's good. Okay. So, what do we want to... What species do we want to go for next? I'm thinking we kind of have to do the lionfish, right? We kind of have to do the lionfish exhibit. Yeah. Let's do the lionfish one. These screws are going everywhere, chat. Apologies. Hey, our cowfish have grown up. Excellent. Okay. So, we have all of this. We got a nice little viewing gallery here. And what we're going to do is we're going to just make a little extension. Make a little tiny extension. There we go. And how this is going to work is we're going to put seats there. And we're going to put in a deep corner tank here, like that. I think 60 will work. Will 60 work? If we say 16, well, yeah, 3 of each, 16. Yeah, should work. Well, 16, 32, yeah, 3. If we go one more than... We'll go one more. We'll go one more. So that's 60, 80. That'll do. Okay. So we've got an 80 there. So we want 1, 2, 3 in there. And 1, 2, 3 in there. Wait a minute. 16. That's 48. So we can go 1, 2, and that is 80. That is 80 bang on. Okay. That's good. That's good. 80 bang on is what we need. And what we're going to do is we're going to quickly block that off. Because I'm thinking we put a bigger tank, we put another tank in there. And we've got these cold water things. But I don't want to put the cold water things in yet. Oh, I'm thinking, chat, we get one of these, and we just have it like that. A nice 60-gallon tank there. If we do that, put a platform there, and that like that, and then put in our water filters and our skimmers, which is going to be these 3. Boom, boom, boom. Not quite enough, but we can deal with that. It's definitely not going to be enough when we consider that we need a pump. Okay. So we're definitely going to need a pump. Okay. So pump network time. Pump to there. You go to the bathroom there, the pump room. That works. Works quite nicely, actually. There we go, and there we go. And we're also going to put in another heater. And we're going to hook that tank up to that tank. There we go. Perfect. And now we need to put lots and lots of caves in here. It's going to be a very cavey tank. We want everything in the aquarium. We got 11 there. Another 11 there. We'll put a rocky alcove in the center there. And because we can't have it too stony, we'll put a piece of velvet horn coral and hornweed in there. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Looks good. Looks very nice. And we'll put another piece of treasure in here. Another piece of treasure in there. That works nicely. Okay. And now we're going to grab a mussels dispenser, and I'm going to put that there. There we go. And what that's going to allow us to do is hire a new staff member. One who is particularly good at feeding. Like Kiki. There we go. So we got Kiki there, and she is going to go in her own separate zone. And she is going to be focusing on these tanks right here. There we go. And we'll leave that as zone 3. And we will assign Kiki to that zone. So now she will only focus on these 2 tanks, which is excellent. It is most excellent. Okay. There we go. Lots of benches. Perfect. I like this. I like this. It's coming along swimmingly. Okay. Now, what we can do... Oh, there's the double filter. Excellent. I'm going to get the large chiller next. What we're going to do is we're going to copy this over here. So we're going to bring that out 4, 5, 6, 7, I think. Whoop, no, it is R? It is R. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, so 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 8 off there. Here we go. That's 12. Well, there you go, that's 8. And then we just bring that all the way down. Like so. We'll then press T. And we'll go across. And we will grab another deep corner tank. Go like that, and out to 80. Perfect. And we will get another observer tank set out to 60. Here we go. And we will go T all the way across. Perfect. And platform there with a ladder going in. Now for this one, we're going to have cold water stuff. So, pollock is 16. So we can have 5 of them in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And we do not have any sand eels in the aquarium, so we'll go sand eels there. We need to go for our chillers, which is going to be those 2 for now until that one is done. And then we're going to put in our double combi. We're going to put in our double combi filter. And for decoration, we're going to have 2 sets of nets, 1 there and 1 there. And in the backdrop, we're going to have a load of kelp. And yes, I know you probably won't get kelp with pollock. Well, you do, but still. I think it looks nice. I think it looks nice. And what we can do, we can go to Zone 3, and we can add in these tanks to Zone 3. Can always change it later, but those go in Zone 3. Because now she's only got 3 tanks to worry about. What we will do is move that to there. And sorry about that, we're going to move that to there. And we're going to move that just back there. And that to be just there. Just for the fact that we can now put in staff doors. Which should make transit a little bit easier, a little bit cleaner going through. Should, anyway. Theoretically, chat. Theoretically. Okay. So, we have that. And she should be running for that. Yep, she is. There we go. And they're not going to get fed this time, but they will get fed tomorrow. Not today, now. And that's fine. Turn that off. Okay. What do we got? Guests want large animals. The guests will have what they want. We now have the epaulet shark. Well, I think the next thing we want is the Bal and Rast. Does that go with starfish? Good plan. There we go. It needs supplements. Yes, it do. It do need supplements. Okay. Now we have this. I'm not particularly happy with that placement. I like that placement more. I like that placement a lot more. Yeah, I like that placement more. Okay. Yep. I like it. Okay. Okay. Cool. So we have the sharks. And I did say this one has 32 spaces. No, it's got 22 spaces. That one's got 22. This one's got 30. They've both got 22. Okay. The sharks going in a separate one. The sharks will be going in their own one with coral groupers. Yes, they will. They'll be going in this 61. So it'll be the one grouper and a load of epaulet sharks. I don't mind that. Well, that's a 60 tank, so 60... We can get... well... It's a 41 tank. 40... A cleaning vest, please, thank you. Sorry, it's a 60 tank. Oh, yes. Perfect. Okay, so we have a 60 tank there, thank you. We have a 60 tank here, and for that 60 tank, we need one sturgeon. Not sturgeon. Oh, what's it called? Nope. It's completely gone. Completely gone, chat. Completely gone. 51 tank. And 51 divided by 16 does not go. So we can get 3 epaulets in there. Okay. We can get 3 epaulets in there. Well, the pollock have all grown. We figured that would be the issue. That's fine. We'll just sell that. Pick up our large chiller. Sell that. And we'll put in our big filter and our big protein skimmer. And boom, 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 we're done. Now we need 3 epaulets. Hello, can I get... Oh, there we are. 1, 2, 3 epaulet sharks. And the 1 coral grouper. There we go. Now for this, we're going to need 6 rocks, which is done by a big cave right in the corner. And we then need a lot of rocks. And for that, is going to be that, and we're going to put in some of these. And chat, the reason they like the rocks is because they're a reef species. They are a reef species. They are commonly found on the barrier reef, which is where I first saw them. That is where I first saw them. Epaulet sharks, I love them. I love epaulet sharks. My favorite species. Favorite shark species. Without a doubt. Hi Betty, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Good to see ya. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're gonna bring that out 3 blocks. There we go. And we're gonna go T and bring all of them out. Yeah, how are things going, Betty? Hope everything is going well for you. And we do want supplements in there. Excellent. Now we have this little section over here. And we need to put in another drink, another food, and we need to put in another bin. There we go. And what we can do then is move these benches just over here to there, like so. Perfect. And you know what? We will repeat the process over here. Just bring them out like that. Press T for that. And we'll just move things over. Move things over, simple as. There we go. We'll get another drink. Another food. And another bin. There we go. Oh, an ad break is in progress, chat. An ad break is in progress. Hopefully you do not have the ad, and if you do, don't worry, it'll all be over soon. It'll all be over soon. Just gonna fill those back up, and we're gonna put an extra bin in each of these. There we go. Now, what we can do is we can start selling stuff. We can start selling these guidebooks. Meaning, we need a guidebook thing. We have 2 of them. We have 2 of them in there. But we need a staff member that's capable of selling things. Which I think is going to be Zhao. Okay. But at the same time, we could get Lorenzo to do our gift shop. Lorenzo's a good talker, though. Lorenzo's a very good talker. Got a few good talkers, actually. Penny is not a good talker. Penny is not a good talker. We'll get Lorenzo. No, we'll get Zhao. We'll get Zhao. Okay. Zhao, you are gift shop. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Fingers crossed we have enough space to do all of this. And enough time. Time is the real thing. We may have to hire another feeder for this side. We might have to hire another feeder. Okay. Let's quickly hire another feeder. So you're not bad. Anna, you're not very good at that. Nigel, you are amazing. Nigel, you are hired. There we go. You are hired to feed things. And your zone is going to be a new zone just there. There we go. Perfect. There we go. There we go. Especially since our lionfish have grown up now, they're going to need more food. That is true. They're going to need more food. Okay. Okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie. Okie dokie, artichoke. The next thing we want is the unicorn sturgeonfish. I think it is the last one we want. Now, if we have a look at our cold water stuff. Cold water, not an aquarium. These give 27. 27. So we can have 2 of each. We can have 2 of each. Or we can get 3 Ballon Ras and 1 starfish. I think 1 starfish is plenty. 1 starfish is plenty. So, we're going to do the exact same thing as we did over there. We're going to hook up a power pump to both of these tanks. Add tank to there. Grab the large chiller for that. And we're going to grab a large filter and a large skimmer, because everything's going to grow. Everything is going to grow. And for that, we're going to need a lot of stuff. So, sell all of these for 5 and just bring them back over here. A boom, boom, boom. And voila. And now we just need to add some caves to these. And we're going to add a small cave right at the front. We're then going to add an ancient gate right at the back. And we're going to add some floor decoration in the form of... Can't fit sea grapes. Cannot fit sea grapes in there. That is unfortunate. But we can fit in this nice little feather cabula. Calurpa, sorry. Feather calurpa. There we go. And boom, boom, boom. Just like that, we need cockles. We need cockles. There we go. Cockles are in. Boom, boom, boom. And that should do us. That should do us. It won't get us all the way, but it's damn close. We need 5 more animals as well. We need 5 more animals. This one ain't great. Crestle tank, nice. In fact, we only get 3 more animals. Meaning somewhere along the lines, we do need to level up to rank 7 and get more species. We do need to get more species, chat. But for now, we can just sit and wait. We can sit and wait and plan our next move. Planning the next move is important. Doing something like this. Because as you can see, things kind of going downhill occasionally. There you go, our grouper is growing. Et voila. Okay. Everyone seems to be fairly happy. Everyone seems to be fairly happy. Now the question is, do I put in another tank right at the back? Do I put in another tank right at the back? I think I do. I I think I do, you know. So I'm thinking, chat, we build out around... You can't see my cursor. I'm thinking, chat, we build out around here, with tank there, and have them be able to go on a loop around. I think that will look pretty good. I think that will look pretty good. So let's open that up for expansion, shall we? Open this up for expansion. Perfect. Okay. I like that. I like that. I do. Okay. Now, the next thing we're gonna do is wait. Because we have two things. Starfish grew up and our main feeder, or Quinn leveled up. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Now, I'm just going to get rid of these. I'm going to get rid of them because they're not needed. They are not needed. Very close to getting that, but that's fine. The Balan rats are going to be growing soon, so we are going to put in for the unicorn sturgeonfish. Now, these require a 108 tank. And a 108 tank is big. A 108 tank is very big. Corner tanks can't do it. Corner tanks cannot do it, chat. So, we're going to have to go with a deep wall tank or a Belfast tank. A Belfast tank could be fun, actually. Actually, a Belfast tank could be pretty good. We just go for a max size Belfast tank. And it is 5 across, okay. Max size Belfast tank right there. There we go. In fact, what we'll do is we'll move it so it's right next to it. Perfect, I think. No access for staff? I know, okay. So it's not letting me do that because there's no staff access. That's fine. We will just move all of our stuff along here. Along the sides. There we go. And we'll put that other bench there. Perfect. Have that there. Excellent. And we'll put a platform there with ladders going down. There we go. Now, we're going to want to have our backstage area secured. And in that respect, it's going to be like that. That is our backstage area secure. There we go. And more than likely, we're going to do that. And we're going to do that. And we will have a staff door just there and a staff door just there. So they get out either side. And because we're feeling pretty good, we'll put a couple of dividers here. Put a couple of dividers there so they can't actually get in. And we'll put some decorations down. Preferably an ancient gate there and an ancient gate there. I like that, I like that. And we are going to want it 4 wide. There we go. And that is good. Make it nice and square. Not enough money. Uh-oh. Well, it's a good job that's not being finished yet, isn't it? It's a good job that ain't being finished just yet. Okay. Unicorn sturgeonfish. There we go. And striped boxfish. That's the one we're after next. Okay. Do. Okay. Well, we are out of money. We are out of money, unfortunately. And they're all fine. Tropical ones that are not an aquarium is just these. And that's fine. Okay. So while that is going ahead, we can start prepping for the big one. Start prepping for the big tank. I'm kind of tempted because we do need a lot of filtration stuff. Just going to open that up real quick. There we go. Now we do need a lot of filtration stuff. So, how are we going to filter this? How are we going to filter this? Well, I think... How good is that? Whee, why are you sad? Oh, you're not happy because it's an Antheus present. Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh, that's so right. That's right. I can't go in there because of the bullies. So, we're going to take out the butterfly fish. And we're going to take out the Antheus. Oop. Not that, the Antheus. There we go. We'll then switch the Antheus in here. And the butterfly fish in there. Okay. That is good. That is good. So now we can add that tank to there. And boom, both tanks are good. Again. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Just what we like, chaps. Just what we like. And now we have to figure out how we're going to do this. So, we put in a large heater there. And a large heater there. We're nearly there. Our Balamras have grown. Excellent. Okay. We're going to need a pump. And it's going to be a basic pump there and a basic pump there. Then we're going to put in another one of those. Perfect. Then a large filter. Oh, striped boxfish. There we go. Great star polyps. Put them in. And we're going to put in a double filter. There we go. Okay, what grew up? What grew up? Zhao leveled up his... Sorry, Zhao leveled up his gift shopping. Excellent. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to need some benches here. Okay. Plenty of money. We have plenty of income, which is nice. The income is good. Unfortunately, this tank does not have the grasp to collect people. But that's fine. That is fine. Okay. So, it is just these guys. And we're going to put in... We're going to put in 5 of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. And we're going to put in 2 pairs of the boxfish. There we go. So that's cockles and green. They are all there. And because this is a big tropical tank, we're going to have lots of different greenery sections. Mainly the eelgrass, because I know eelgrass is very, very handy. There we go. Eelgrass may be handy, but can't go wrong with a little bit of variation in everything. Like an anchor for some reason. Like an anchor, some barrels that are just loose in there. And maybe, just maybe, there's a little bit of kelp in there. Maybe, just maybe, there's a little bit of kelp in there. There we go. It's not bad. It's not bad. I can cope with that. I can cope with that. Now, we are going to need that to be zone 3 and that to be zone 3. So both of those can go for it. Excellent. Perfect. So as you can see, both of them are going for it, which is amazing. Okay. Starfish group, perfect. Okay. Everything is fine and dandy on that, which is good. So what I think we can do is just remove these barricades. There we go. I mean, we will probably end up having another thing here or in this corner to bring people in. But for now, I think we're going to have an arrow there and an arrow there. Just to say to people, hey, come on, down this way. There we go. There we go. Perfect. There we go. Now, we do need... We're going to put the padded bench just there. We do need another one, but that's fine. We are going to put in a drinks machine just here. And just here on the other side. I'm going to put in a food machine. Not enough money. There we go, perfect. Next thing we want is some bins, 25. There we go. And we're going to press X on these. And we're going to put in some toilets. We don't have the money for that, so we're going to save up for enough money. And then we're going to put toilets in. We need 200 coin. There we go, excellent. Perfect. There is our 200 coin. We can put in our toilets. There we go. And because we want a little bit more money, we're going to put in some gift books. We're going to put in some bookshops. Yes, because books will give us more money in the long run. And we'll put in another guidebook. Supply. Ooh, we went into negatives. Chat, we went into negative numbers. Rank 6, let's go. Rank 7, hell yeah. Ooh, lots of good stuff. Lots of very nice stuff. Okay. Podium and mic headset. Okay. So I love tunnel tanks. Tunnel tanks are so nice. Tunnel tanks are so nice, but I think we're gonna go for the mega heat. No, we'll go balloon shelf. We'll go the balloon shelf. We need a little bit more money for the guidebooks. Thank you. You're done. We are going to put in 4. Ooh. Okay, we're going to go for the anemone. We're going to go for the anemone first. We're going to put them in the smaller tanks. So, anemone in. Boom, there we go. And now, we just have to wait. Now we just have to wait, chat. We just have to wait. Because we don't need that. Because we've gotten that. Oh, we might need that. We might need that. Okay. Well, our epaulet sharks have just grown. Excellent. Ooh. I do not like that. So we're going to do that. And that increases everything. Excellent. Okay. So, we need someone who's good at talking. We haven't got anyone that's good at talking yet. Okay. You're terrible at talking. 25, that's good. 34, let's go. And 32. That's not bad. What a basic skill. You know what? We're going to get Lorenzo. We're going to get Lorenzo is going to be our talker. Lorenzo is going to be our talker. He can do everything, but he is going to be talking. Okay, so we want a mic headset. Just there. And we want a podium. I'll put a podium there. A podium. Okay, just the one podium there for now. And this one. Next talk is later today. That is fine. Epaulet shark. Coral grouper. Then we're gonna have a lionfish, and we're gonna have a fuzzy dwarf lionfish. Excellent. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. He's gonna be talking all about them. And that is good. Our cleaner is busy. Our cleaner is busy cleaning, that's fine. Oh, look at that prestige rise. Okay. Prestige is going up like crazy. Okay, let's look at what we've got. No. This one. Okay, so he's doing the coral grouper next. Okay, so we're going to give another podium here. And this one is going to be the pollock, the starfish, and the wrasse. There we go. Perfect. He's going to bring people around. There we go. And we are nearly there. We are nearly there, chap. 3 more species to put in. 3 more species that need to go in. Do 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 do. Okay, day 30. Definitely not going through it as quickly as we did last time. Okay, we need more benches. More benches are required. They're not the comfiest benches, but they will get the job done. There we go. Perfect. Lots of benches, and you can see all of this. We may end up moving the boxfish because they're only size 6 and we're going to be putting bigger things in there. So I think we're going to be moving the boxfish eventually, but for now they're fine. I'm going to get another fixer while we're here. I feel like another fixer is what we need. Another repairer. Because the other one, Mako, is working their ass off. They are working their ass off. Okay, 6 and 2, not bad. You're terrible. You're terrible. 16 and 2, yes, please. Right, said Fred. There we go. Perfect. And we got the balloon shelf. Excellent. The next thing we're going to get is the nitrate detector. Because nitrates are going to be something we want to make sure we get rid of. There's the anemone. Let's get the clownfish. And while we look at that... Okay. He will eat things. He will eat things size 11. Okay. And what size are you? Size 8. Yeesh. Don't worry, you'll grow. They'll grow. They will indeed grow, chat. Miko has leveled up again. Hell yeah. Okay. Okie dokie. It's going pretty well. In this one, we're going to put in the anemones. Where are they? They do... Oh, no, we can't do that because they haven't got the lights. They've got the lights. Okay, so we'll put the anemones in this one then. 1 anemone, 2 anemone, and 3 anemones. There we go. Ooh. Okay, interesting, interesting. Interesting. Well, thankfully we can do that. Move back to there. Get rid of those. And we can put in more of them. Still doesn't like it? Really? It's so close though, it's so close. Okay, put another small nitrate in. There we go. There we go. And it's, well, sorry, a small protein skimmer. And then we'll put in a small nitrate skimmer, or nitrate reactor in there, and that will help a lot as well. That will help a lot too. Now, in the meantime, we have quite a little bit of funding. So, we're going to grab balloon shelf there, balloon shelf there, and just there. That'll do. Then we'll put in a balloon supply right there. Perfect. Boom, boom, boom. Whee! Here we go. Large animals done. There's all 5 of our unicorn sturgeon fish grew up. These are now size 18, meaning they cannot be eaten. They cannot be eaten, which is amazing. We do not want things to be eaten. Yo, our gift shopper leveled up again. Let's go. Because yes, the balloons sell quickly. The balloons sell very, very quickly. Okay. Okay. Got lots of people. Got lots of peoples in. Why did you give a downside? Oh, because you were just out of range of the toilet? Really? See, that's just rude. That's just rude. How are we doing on this one? Okay, we've got the nitrates. Excellent. We'll get the large double filter next. Go. We can then get rid of that one and put in a nitrate reactor. And boom, that has done a lot already. That has done a lot already. In fact, we could probably get away with doing that and just putting them in instead. And that works. And that just works, chap. It just works. There's our clownfish. And the last thing we're going to put in is our horse-eye jack, I believe. Yeah. Because we've got a max size Belfast tank, so we may as well. Okay. Clownfish. So, see if we can put 6 in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Perfect. And now, all we need is one more species. But unfortunately... Oh, we're with the polyps. We're with the polyps. Can we just do this? There we go. We can just do that. There we go. Perfect. So, let's head to Heartcliff, shall we, chat? Let's head to Heartcliff. Boom, boom, boom. Heartcliff Research Facility. Here we go. Okay. So. Access to livestock is severely reduced. Okay, that's going to be a challenge. Sorry, chap. I want a bite to eat. Okay. Okay. So. Ledger yet. Oh! Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's very nice. Okay, I like that. I like that. So, first thing we're going to do is we are going to put this as the shipwreck. And it is going to be the default. Default. Okay, so it's going to go up here and just drag and out all the way. Perfect. And we're going to do the same thing over here and the same thing down there. And that is all of them painted. Now we're going to grab our harbour side and we're going to paint all of these outer walls harbour side. Here we go. Because I think the shipwreck floor mixed with the harbour side is really, really nice. I think it's a nice little balance. Really do. Okay. So there we have that. Okay. Okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie. So we are going to have to redesign things. So we're going to pull out that section. Actually, no, we're not. Not yet. Not yet. We're going to pull out the corners. There we go. We're going to pull out the corners. Switch to that mode. And we're just going to take out the corners. Okay. So, now we will remove it all. Perfect. And we'll go T all the way to there. T to there. And to there. And what that will do is that will create for us a pump room that we can access. That will be our pump room we can access. So, right, we want these moving. These benches cannot stay there. The benches cannot stay there, and we need to move the Belfast tank to actually be something that can be accessible. Because at the moment, it is not accessible. Boom, 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 there we go. Excellent, there's our Belfast tank. And we're going to put all of those like that. Excellent. And we'll do one more. We'll do one more. And you know what? We're going to grab our dividers. And we're going to do that. Because I think that looks pretty nice. Don't you, chap? I think that looks pretty nice. So, let's go some cold water fish in there. Now we have a big, 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 big Belfast tank. So we can put quite a few of the wrasse in. The wrasse don't eat starfish, so that's fine. And we have these grown? They have not grown. They will get to size 14. So we've got 14 in there already. So 14, 28, 56. Okay. Okay, so we've got about 150 left over. And that's 23. So we can fit about, I'd say, wait, hang on. We can fit 10 of each. We can fit 10 of each, but 10 of each is a bit of overkill. So we're going to go 6 of each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Okay. Now these things are going to need a lot of pitted columns. That's fine. We can accommodate for that. We can indeed accommodate for that. Perfect. And we will put some nets down as well, because the nets always look nice on these tanks. And is there anything else we can put in this tank to make it look good? I'd say a little bit of greenery at the front would look nice. Yes. That looks good. And I'm just reminded that we haven't actually painted the tanks. We have not painted the tanks. There we go. Perfect. Okay. That is good. So now we will move those into there. And that is our cold water setup. That is our cold water setup done. And we could probably sell the small one and get a bigger one. There we go. There we go. That's a bit better. That's a lot better, chat. That's a lot better. Okay. So then we're going to grab the cockles, because everything in there eats cockles, and do that. There we go. So now we are going to kind of want to do the same thing with that. Speaking of pump room, we are going to... we're going to do that. I'm just going to do this. There we go. Perfect. Now everything is accessible. Everything is now accessible. And for pump room number 2, we're going to do that. Hook up both of these. So we have just a little pump room in here for everything. There we go. There we go. And I will press X on that and get the big one in. There we go. Okay. That is better. And now we can move all of these over. Move all of these foods in. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Okay, so. You did not want to move that. There we go. That's nice. I like that. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, so. You want some ground cover. And for that, and we also want rocks. Okay. So we'll get some velvet horn. We'll get a velvet horn piece in there. And another one. And for decoration, we will put in a compass right in the center. A compass right in the center. And as for the boxfish, well, the boxfish can get some eelgrass. And they will like it. Okay, so going back to the warm water. I believe we're not going to try putting a. We're not going to put a moray eel in anywhere. We're going to grab a load of the azure demoiselles, probably about 6 of them. Yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to grab 6 of the king demoiselles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And to help them, we'll get some living rocks. Some living rocks in the center. Excellent. I'm happy with that. Okay. So, we're going to need some benches. So I'm going to put a bench here. I'll put a bench right in the center there. And then we'll put some more benches up and around here. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Now, we are going to need some bathroomy stuff. So, we're going to open up in here, I think. Maybe. Actually, yeah, we will. We will open up here for 2 bathrooms. Okay, where is that one? Here we go, 2 bathrooms. There we go. And we will put in another one just there. Put in another one just there. There we go. And another one just there. And that is our bathroom stuff. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to want is food and drink. Because people get hungry and people get thirsty. And for that. Just gonna move those 3 out. And boom, boom, boom. That is our food and our drink sorted. But people make waste, so we put some bins around the place. There we go. Excellent. Now, we also know people like buying things, so we're going to grab a bookshelf to put down. Probably there, put one there, and we could probably fit one somewhere else. Actually, yeah, let's put it there. Let's move that to there. And we'll press T and get a new one. And we'll put another guidebook just there. Okay. That is nice. I like that. I like that. Okay. Now, I'm going to grab a staff door and put one there. And we're going to put one there as well. So that gives everyone access. Now we need the supply books. And the supply books are going to go there. Not enough money. Not enough money? Uh-oh. Well, that's downside. That's problematic. Okay. Lots of staff to go through. Yvette, you're pretty good at fixing things. Harry, you're useless. Harry, you're no good. Wade, you're pretty good. Romeo, you're cleaning. Isla, we know you're good at feeding. Lorenzo, you're good at talking. Kiki, yeah, not really. Flick, you're our cleaner. Okay. Xavier, you are going to be our feeder. And Yvette, you're our fixer. Okay. Okay, so. Romeo is cleaning. Wait, no. Flick is our cleaner. Well, we've got 2 cleaners now. We got 2 cleaners. That can't go wrong. Surely that won't go wrong. You can help fix, but your priority is going to be cleaning. Yep, you're fine. You are a talker only. You may help with feeding, but I don't think you will. Actually, yeah, we'll take you off talk. We'll take you off feeding. You are our feeder, even though you are damn good at fixing things. Xavier's just really good. Okay. There we go. Jeez, he's so good at everything. Oh, amazing. Wait, Yvette was our gift shopper? Someone was our gift shopper. You've done the wrong thing. Oh well. Because you're just feeding, you can't do anything else. You're right at gift shop, Yvette. Let's give Lorenzo something to do. Yeah, let's give Lorenzo something to do. There we go. Perfect. Okay. We should be good to open the doors now. Should be good to open doors. I will leave everything here because that's pretty much where everything is. We've basically condensed all of this back room out, which is always good. Okay. Speed up everything, and we want enough to get the guidebook. Enough to get the book supply. Okay, there we go. We want the balloon shelf. Okay, we're going to start with the rank 5 stuff. So, the porcupine puffer. Here we go. Okay. These fish are for sale. Okay. Okay, 2 tubular sponges, humphead snapper, schooling bannerfish. Okay, interesting. We can definitely get them. We can definitely get them, chat. But I think we're going to have to wait a little bit, just for our funds to go up. Just for our funds to go up, but shouldn't take too long. Should not take too long, considering we have everything right here. Fingers crossed, anyway. We may have to get another feeder. Another feeder may be required. Hopefully it's not, but you never know. You never know, it may be. Here we go. Oh, plenty of time. Plenty of time on the feeding. Okay. So, we need to start work on our next big tank. And I think the next big tank we're going to do is going to be a big corner tank here. So, let's pause the game. And let's get a big corner tank here. And we'll start by doing that. Perfect. Because now we can put things down and not have to worry about people wandering in. Okay, so we are 1 out. That's fine. Okay. Perfect. So we'll get that there. We will pause the game and we will open that. We'll move that one over and we'll cover that up. There we go. Perfect. No viewable locations for guests. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Right. Well, in that case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. It's got to be done anyway. So, we may as well. There we go. There we go. Okay. Okay. Build a tank with 3 different wimps. See what we can do. We got copper banded butterfly fish. That's a wimp. And perfect. Okay. Why are you not happy? Because you are so close to being out of that. Okay. How much heating have you got? 108. No. No, we can do better than 108. There we go. Now we've got a bit of overhead. That is what we like. We like having a little bit of overhead. So, press P there and get that there. Excellent. Now, let's have a look at what fish we've got. Okay, you are animal size 1 to 9. Okay, that's fine. Snappers are up to 96. Okay. How big is this tank? That tank is 100. Okay. Okay, so 16, 32, 48. Add this guy. And we are up to 50... Wait, 48, 52, 72. So we've got 78 left to play with. 78 left to play with. And we have... Oh, sorry. 28 left to play with? Yes. So we can get an eel in there straight away. That's not bad. We get all 3 humpback snappers, which have got to go in first. Yeah. Yeah, the snappers have got to go in first. 5 days, that's fine. Okay. It's going to be timing on when you can get them in. 1 to 6, that's fine. They'll never eat them. Basically, I've got to put the grouper in 1 day before. Okay, yeah. So 5 days to that. Okay, so he just grows that in 5 days. Okay, so I put in the eel first. Yeah, I put the eel in first and then put the grouper in. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. Chat, we have a plan. We have a plan. And for that plan to work, we now need to start putting some heaters down. And we're going to start with the good old double heater. Then we'll put down a large skimmer and a large. Now, why have we got 10 things grown? Cuckoo wrasse, starfish, and everything else. Did all the ballon wrasse grow? The ballon wrasse are 1 day out. The ballon wrasse are 1 day out, so that's fine. Okay. Cool. So, what do we need? What do we need for the snapper? Sand eel, and that's it. Sand eel, and that's it. Okay. Well, we haven't got sand eel there yet, so that's fine. I guess, are we just gonna have to wait? Aren't we? We're just gonna have to wait. Speaking of waiting, we know we're gonna be doing this anyway. So let's have a look. Oop, and there go the ballon wrasse. Okay, so you want 6 cave, okay? We can do that. 6 cave there, 7 cave there, so we need 13 cave. So we'll put 13 cave in. And that will be a rocky overhang, and it will be a couple of driftwood caves. Now we'll put in some rubble right there, and we will put in some sea grapes. And we'll put a piece of this in and some lanterns so that everyone can see where they're going. A shell and a barrel. A shell and a barrel. Okay. So pause that, grab here, pump back snapper for sale, grab the 3 snapper, and we put them straight in. And because we have so little funds on this, we need to make sure we do everything right first time. We need everything to go right first time. We can't have any issues because we won't get these fish back. These fish will not come back, so we need them to be completely ready. Okay. That should be good. Okay. Rank 6, we want the French angelfish. I'm gonna cough. Okay, let's turn the microphone off that because that was a bit loud. Why are you... You're in range of the food. Stop complaining. There we go. I'm gonna hire another feeder. Yes. Hang on, we've got two cleaners. Oh no, because you can fix. Okay. We're gonna get another dedicated feeder. +2, not very good. +8 is pretty good. And +8 there. We're gonna go with Kiki. There we go. And she will just get the job done. She will just get the task done. Which is perfect. That is exactly what we want to do. Chat, we have an ad break starting in about 3 minutes time. So ad in 3 minutes. Don't worry, the fish will not be going anywhere. The fish will not be going anywhere. Okay. And I'm now realizing we have not opened up this public. So here we go. Perfect. In fact, what we can do What we can do is move that over there, move that to there, that to there. Get rid of those. Move that to there. And we're just going to move that to there. That gives us a 3 passageway around. Which is so much nicer. Because we can then go fill all of that. And cover up all of that. Excellent. Perfect. That gives us a little bit more. A little bit more space. Okay. So eventually we are going to have a loop. It is going to loop around. We may put something in this gap. We may not. Depends how we see fit. What we will do, though, is because we have people just walking in there, I'm going to put a palm tree there. And we're going to put some dividers down. Going to put some dividers there. And we're going to paint this to be a beach. There we go. Go. Perfect. There we go. Nice little bit of tropicalness. Okay, what do we got? Active swimmers. Yes, please. Okay. Tank with 3 different active swimmers. And for that one, how much space we got in there? We have 20 spaces in there. So the butterfly fish is fine. The schooling bannerfish, we have 6 of them, which is 30. Ooh, 30 is not a good number for me. 30 is not a good number for me. Okay. Got the schooling bannerfish. What other things have we got that school? What other schooling things have we got? Nothing in there. Okay, so we just need to find another schooler. Which is... oh, wait, no, active swimmer. I wanted active swimmers, didn't it, chat? Active swimmers. That's right. Active swimmers is that one. Which we don't have any in stock. We've got the French angelfish there. That's an interesting bug. That is a shoaler, so we can't get that. You are fine. The bannerfish is what we need. Okay. So it is the bannerfish. Okay, so it's the bannerfish and the French angelfish that have got to go in here. Gotcha. We can do that. We can do that. We've just got to keep them in there for 3 minutes. Okay. Well, we're going to grab the bannerfish. It's a deal. They will be moved later. But for now, they're going in here. I'm hoping I've not done this incorrectly. Animal size 1 to 6 when fully grown. That's problematic. That is highly problematic. Yeesh. Okay. Okay, how do I stop them from growing up? Because if they grow up, they'll eat my fish. If they grow up, they'll eat my fish. Well, we're going to pick up the boxfish, put them in there. And we're just going to pick up the schooling bannerfish. There's the ad, chat. There's the ad. Tank is full. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. We are going to have to rearrange these tanks a little bit. Okay. Pick up them. Those go in. 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Okay. Now everything is in place. Everything is now in place. The only problem is we need more. We are in need of more. And that is not good. This is not good, chat. This is not good at all. How are we gonna do this? We got very limited space. We got limited space. You know what we can do? You know what we can do? We can just put down another pump. Another pump just there. Connect that up to a double filter, and that should deal with it. There we go. Dealt with. Okay. I think we're just going to ignore the active swimmers one. I think we're just going to ignore that. We're going to ignore that, and instead we're going to focus on getting the snappers in play. And we should be able to just put the eel in there now. Yeah, we're going to have to put the eel in. So we can put the eel in. We'll put the eel in as soon as the day ends. As soon as the day restarts, we'll put the eel in. Because we only want the one eel. Because they'll all grow. And everything will be fine. There we go. Eel is in. There we go. Get rid of all of those growth reports. Pause the game because I've not put down a herring filter. Sorry, a herring feeding station. There we go. And just for clarity, what do you eat? Sand eels, that's fine, you're already there. Excellent. Nice little food prep area where everything goes. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. That went very easily. That went ridiculously easy, chap. Okay. And the ad breaks have finished. Excellent. Xavier, you're getting better at feeding. Lorenzo, you're getting better at bookshop. Okay. Okie dokie. Yep, you're in range of the bathroom, that's fine. French angelfish, perfect. And we're gonna get the polyps because we can. We're gonna get the polyps because we can. So, I think we need the nitrate one next. I think. Yeah, I think the nitrate is going to be the best one next. Yep, I like having the nitrate next. Okay. And then I have an idea for the next one. I have an idea for the next tank. Probably not going to be it for a while, considering we need... We have podiums. We have podiums. Why am I not making use of the podiums? Okay. So, let's put down a podium. We'll put down a podium just here. And we'll put down a podium right here. Okay. So, you, podium-wise, are going to be talking about... you're going to be talking about the... Oh, not great. Not great. Schooling barfish. Then we're going to want the Arabian butterfly fish. And we'll do a striped boxfish as well. This one is going to be the humpback snapper and the green moray eel. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. We do want to get into these fish. Here we go. Look at them coming in. Here they're going to go through the back way. There we go. He's doing his little speech to peoples. Excellent. Okay. Okay, so where have we got... Yeah, tanks are good, actually. Tanks are really good. Okay. Your vet is leveled up, and you get better at fixing. My dear? My dear, you are helping out with the fixing regime. Romeo, you are learning cleaning. You're doing better at cleaning. There we go. Okay. So there'll be a talk happening soon. The gift shop is just being restocked. There we go. Perfect. And we got the polyps. Excellent. So, let's get the Bartlett Antheas. Actually, let's get the starfish. Let's get the starfish going. It's always good to have some starfish. How's the eel doing? The eel grows in 1 day. Excellent. That is what we like. Okay, pause the game. Eat tank makes up to size 7. That is fine because this guy is size 10. So, it's a deal. Grab our blue and yellow grouper, and we chuck him in there. He is not going to eat anyone because there is nothing size 9 in there. See, this guy's size 19. He will not eat that. Okay, we're fine. We are fine on that front. We're going to go here, and we're going to hope you can talk about the blue and yellow snapper. Oh, blue and yellow grouper, sorry. There we go. Excellent, excellent, excellent. It's going well. Why did you give a sad face? This aquarium is untidy. Excuse me? Oh. Are you kidding me? There's bins right there. There's bins right there and you couldn't do that? That's just rude. That's just very rude. Okay. So we do have the other... We have balloon shelves now. We do have balloon shelves. I think we could put balloon shelves there. Why does this aquarium not have coelacanths? Ooh, good question. Good question. Do you want the easy answer or the not so easy answer? Do we want the easy answer or the difficult answer? Because I can give both. Both is available as an answer. Right, we need to put down a balloon supply, which is going to have to go just here. You want the coelacanths, not answers. Well, let me check, because I'm pretty sure they got added into the deep module. I'm pretty sure they get added into the deep module. Deep freeze. Let's have a quick look while we just satisfy our money and make sure everything grows nicely. So have a look at that. Here we go. Right. We want the animals. Coelacanth was not added in. It was not added in. Meaning it is probably in a different one. Nothing grew up on that one. It is not going to be in that. Okay, let me check something real quick. Okay. That one added 15 new species. Please. Nope, there is no coelacanth. No coelacanth was added, chap. I am sorry, guys. No coelacanth was added. But But I will say, this game has a lot of mods. And that does include coelacanth as a mod. So you can still have coelacanth in this game. They will just be modded in. Why even bother playing? Because we haven't gotten to sawfish yet. We haven't gotten to sawfish yet. Hey, that's something you're going to have to wait for, probably in Planet Zoo 2. Because we know that's coming out. We know that's coming out at some point, so they'll probably be holding off on that to do that. Maybe. But the whole Planet franchise doesn't really deal with water that much. It's all tycoon games and stuff. Ooh, what group? Blue and yellow grouper group. Excellent. That's fine. I suspect birds in Planet Zoo 2 as well. It'll be birds in Planet Zoo 2, and it will be more marine life, I reckon. Because at the moment, the only true marine things you've got are like penguins and seals. That's it. I reckon we're going to be getting some bigger things in the second game. Or at least I would hope so. Capybara is not marine. Capybara is not marine. It is not marine. It is not marine. I will fight you on this, but capybara is not marine. Aquatic, yes, but not marine. There is a difference. Okay. Let's start prepping for this expansion, shall we? So, if any of you are eagle-eyed, you can see what I am planning. And that is to open up this entire area. And we're going to make use of the tunnel tank. Because who doesn't love a good tunnel tank? A moray eel has grown. Excellent. So now, exactly 100. Exactly 100. And perfect. Love it. Okay, if fish swim and are marine, then why capybara swim and not marine? Capybara can't live in salt water. Fish can. And there's your answer. It's as simple as... No, we couldn't. No, we couldn't. They spend a majority of their time on land. Just because they can swim doesn't mean they want to all the time. I need to put some more benches in, actually, looking at it. Because some of these guys are looking mighty, mighty tired. So let's put a couple of benches in. These padded benches are nice. There we go. There we go. Perfect. They like to swim. Have you got a method of measuring how much a capybara likes to swim? If you do, please tell me. I would very much like to know. Okay. So. We've got a tank going in there, and we're going to have another tank just here. So, let's have a look at what we can put in. So, we want... it's not a great tank. Ooh, Xavier, you leveled up your feeding. Excellent. Okay, what tanks have we got? You know what I kind of fancy putting in? And Lorenzo leveled up. Excellent. Gift shop, go. We have a cold water fish. We have the moon jelly. We have moon jellies. So I'm kind of tempted to put a crystal tank in. Now, chat, some of you are probably aware of this, But for those that are not, let me educate you. Chrysal tanks are fucking cool. So what they are is you have these tanks basically, and the water, I'll just zoom in real quick, the water pumps in and has a circular motion, and there's no corners in it. And that's for the soft-bodied jellies to go around, and they can just go whoop, whoop, and not run into anything. They don't run into anything, meaning they don't perish. Because you do not want them to perish. Because jellyfish perishing is very difficult to walk away from. Okay, so we want that, boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna put those ones on these. For reasons. For reasons, chat. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so then we're gonna get rid of these. And we're gonna reopen it just there. Close that off. There we go. Now, we want to put in their size 6. And we can have 48 in there, which is 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that 8? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So we're going to have 8 moon jellies in here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. 8 moon jellyfish. Okay. So we are going to grab a large chiller and attach that. We are then going to grab a basic pump. That doesn't quite reach. Are you kidding me? It's one off. It's one off. Ah! That's annoying. Okay, put you there. Actually, no. You are going there, and we're going to put a nitrate reactor on you. Okay, now you need a basic pump. Boom, boom, boom. There we are. And for you, you are going to get a double filter, and you are going to get a nitrate reactor. Straight off the bat, because you deserve it. You deserve it. There we go. Okay. And that is our Chrysal tank up and running. Boom, boom, boom. Hopefully they get fed. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. There's our Chrysal tank in. Not the next tank we wanted, but it is a good tank nonetheless. Because we've got to earn a lot of prestige. A lot of prestige. Okay, tank with 3 wimps. What tanks have we got? Okay, well, the copper-banded butterfly fish is a wimp and is size 5. He can go in there. He can go in there. There's flame angelfish, not a wimp. Kingdom Roselle is a wimp. Okay. Okay. Well, you, it's a deal. You can go in there. We need 1 more rock in there. So, I'm going to put in another couple of rocks. Here we go. Now we do need this mysis shrimp. We do require mysis shrimp. So, where are we going to put mysis shrimp? Well, we are a bit cramped for space here. We are a bit tight on space here. You know what we can do? Move that directly next to it. And then have the mic station right in there. Probably just... we can just get rid of those two. Press T, open that. Okay. You. And now we should have more access to stuff. That's going to stay there. That's going to go there. That's going to go there. You are going to go there. You're going to go there. So you can just have to go round. That's fine. But the Mysis shrimp is going to go there. The annoying thing is the Mysis shrimp needs to have that within reach. Which is going to go there. A little bit further, but it's worth it in the end. Okay, that should be fine. Now, how good is your feeding? You are not the greatest at feeding, so we're going to stop you doing those. And there we go. Okay. We do not want them doing the more in-depth one, shall we say. Because if we do, they may get it wrong and take far too long. Which is not great. Okay, what group? Mirror Antheas under the shoulder. Pie crust crab. And a horse-eyed jack. Hey, look at that! Another active swimmer. One that will eat everything else. Interesting. That's good to know. We have another active swimmer in the case. Okay. That is very nice indeed. We are waiting for this guy to finish. Okay, so what have we got left in here? What have we got left in here? Blue tube sponges. We can do that. The mirror Antheas. We can do them. Actually, the pie crust crab could be good. We could get the pie crust crab and put him in with... I don't know, if that's the only thing we've got, then we may as well not. But we haven't got the Bartlett Antheas. We got the Bartlett Antheas, and we have the mirror Antheas. That would work. Chat, that would work quite well, actually. That could work very well. As a matter of fact. And they're size 10. So they'd have to go in a different tank anyway, because our friend the eel can eat them. So, okay, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to get the mega heater tanks. Okay. Let's have a look at our small tunnel tank. Okay. So that's how we'll do it, I think. So that they have to go through that one little section. I like that. Okay. So we'll put that there. We'll put that there. And what we'll do is we will get rid of that. Move that over. And get rid of that one. We'll then press T on there. And we will go R on here and open that up. Pressing T there to block that off. Okay. So now they can either go through the tunnel or they can go around. It gives them options. Gives them options. Which I like. I like giving them options. Okay. So then we're going to need another 3 on that side. Minimum. And another 3 there. Excellent. And we'll just block that off as well. Okay. Now. I am thinking that we need to move these guys all into here. Because I think that's pretty good. We've got a lot more space in this one. So let's do it. Oh, let's pick up all of these guys and put them all in there. Well, then we know that's enough stuff, so that's fine. We will press P on that. Yes. We're gonna go there, and we're just gonna bring that down like that. Okay. And now we gotta put the decorations back in. Woo! Caves. We can get a load of the feather kapunas in. I hate that you can't put things underneath it. It's one of the grievances I have with that. One of the grievances I have with this tank. Unfortunately, it is just one of the grievances I have with the tank. Not a lot I can do about it, unfortunately. Okay. I'm gonna move that to there. Can we do that? Yes, we can. Then I'm gonna put that there and that there. And then we're gonna get a big pump. Put that attached to that. Get another one of them going to there. Then we can put in large filter, a large protein skimmer, and that is just enough, but we're going to put a nitrate one in there as well. And that increases that. And because we can now, we're going to grab these horse-eye placos. I ain't gotten to the placos yet. The placos have not been acquired yet. Okay, so we're going to grab the horse-eye jacks, and these three are going to go in here. There we go. They will be very happy in there, and eventually this will get changed out to the Amphias. Okay, and that is good. Can then block off this entire time. Hey, I can only go so fast. I can only go so fast as the campaign allows. Okay, unless you can convince every other chatter for me to stop this in the middle of this campaign and go on to the freshwater campaign, then you're gonna have to wait. How good are you at convincing people to do things? But does every other chatter agree with you? Does every other chatter agree with you? That is the question. And we just get rid of those. Get rid of that. And we have a loop. We have a loop, and what we can do now with that loop is go around that way, round that way, through here, down here, up here, and out that way. And boom, 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 look at that. I see another person. I see another user in chat. There is someone else in chat. They are just not talking. They are just not talking. But fine. To appease the masses, after we have completed this one, we will start the freshwater stuff, okay? We will start the freshwater. If they're not chatting... True. You make a valid point. You do make a valid point. If they're not chatting, they're not a chatter. They're a lurker. That is true. That is true. All them lurkers have just been called out. Exactly. Exactly. Been called out as a lurker. Feels bad. But also, good to see you, Lintium. Good to see you, Lintium. How you doing? How are we doing? Okay. Everything's getting fed, which is nice. Guest want corals. Okay, thank you. We'll take that. Another coral. And clownfish for sale. Okay. We might be building a coral tank in the future, chat. We might be building a coral tank. In fact, we can build a coral tank now, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we'll build a coral tank now. We have the money for a coral tank, so we may as well do a coral tank. I see how it is. I see how it is. Okay. Let's do a coral tank, chat. Let's do a coral tank. For that, we are going to need to increase that like that. Because coral tanks are usually pretty big, but this one, we're having a deep observer tank. Like that, so you can see all of the reef. All of the reef can be seen like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to press X on that. And we're going to put some staff doors in. So that the staff can get everywhere as well. Okay. That is good. But yes, we will be doing... we will do freshwater after this campaign. Okay, after this level, we will start on the freshwater side of things. Okay. So, we have 120 that we need to meet. So, we want heaters. Heaters, heaters, heaters. 1 heater there, 2 heater there. I do like plecos. Some of my favorite fish are plecos. Plecos are amazing fish. I love them. 2 toadstool leather corals. There we go. 1 there. And 1 there. Okay. Clownfish. 5 clownfish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Now I saw other corals down here. Yep. Ulu tubular sponges. Put them in like so. That is it for swimmers. I'm pretty sure for corals. Yep. Okay, that's it for corals. We do have more corals in here, I'm pretty sure. Yes, daisy star polyps. There we go. And we'll just keep the 2 because we've also got the anemones to go in. So we'll put an anemone just there, and we'll put another one there. We're making a reef tank, basically. What is a pleco? A pleco is a freshwater fish that is an algae eater. They're the ones that generally stick to the glass of aquariums and just, you can see them eating all the algae. No. Guys, we don't ban people for asking questions, okay? Not everyone is fish enthusiasts like us, okay? No, we don't. You have no power here. You have no power here. You have no power here. Skies, you have no power here. promote me to mod, you want to ban... No, no. You are not banning people. You are not becoming a mod just to ban people. That is not how this works. That is not how this works. And if you can, unless you can prove to me why... I'd like an essay as to why you would like to be a mod, other than for banning people, and then I might consider it. Here we go. Okay? So, Lintium, did you... Now that we've described what a pleco is, do you recognize what a pleco is? That, naming every fish is a physical impossibility because there are species we have not discovered. It is physically impossible to name every fish because we have not discovered them all. As evidenced a few weeks ago when a new one was discovered. You cannot use that logic against me. It don't work like that. Go on then. Go on then. I would like to see you name every fish. Make my day. All of these guys are thirsty. Okay, see, they know what the pleco is now. That's not every fish. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for every fish. That's not even half of the A's. I hate to say this, but you've missed some already. You've missed some already. Ooh, stingrays. Ooh, stingrays. I like stingrays. Stingrays are fun. You've already missed fish. You've already missed fish. Tut, tut, tut. You already missed fish. Cannot believe you. Told you. Told you. But good effort, though. Good effort. Good effort. Good effort. Very good effort. Because I'm pretty sure you missed off Arctic char. You can, I just don't want to. Okay, that's fair. That is fair. This fishy business is not for everyone. The fishy business is not for everyone. Don't think anything else in here is eating krill. Check the ledger. For krill, nothing is eating krill. Excellent. Okay, okay. So we can put these guys in there as well. But if we put them in there, well, they're going to get moved anyway, because these guys can't stand light. So we can do that. We can actually do that. Let's get the... What? Wrong one. Wrong one. It is this one. We've got all of these species. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, no, we can't put them in. We can't put them in because they will eat everything. Ah. Ooh, a wimp. Yo, we had a wimp tank somewhere, didn't we? We had a wimp tank somewhere. The butterfly fish is not great. The yellow tang we can move. What did we have? Boxfish is horrible to stony corals. We can't be having that. Let's pick up this demoy cells. So we've got the demoy cells, putting them in there. We're going to grab the anthias. Oh, they're... oh, we put starfish in there. Put some starfish in there. We're going to get the anthias in now. Yeah, so we need 7 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Yee, that's not good. Okay, move that to there. Move that one down. That one there. And that one there. Then gonna move that to there. That to there. That to there. And we're gonna add in a nitrate reactor there. That keeps that under. And we're gonna add in some rocks now. Okay. So we're gonna add in a piece of rubble there. And we're gonna add in some small rocks. And because we can, we're gonna add in a velvet horn there. And some eelgrass, some sea lettuce to fill in the gaps. Sea lettuce to fill in the gaps, and some eelgrass. Boom, 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 like so. Like so. Okay, we do need a krill dispenser, which is going to be just there. Is there any way we can move that all around? Not really. Not really, chat. Not really. Which is annoying, so we're going to have to put it there. Actually, you know what we can do? Move that to be there, and that one can go there. That should work. That should work. That should work. Actually, no, it's not going to work because that's going to be in the way. That can go there. Okay. So that should, in theory, be everything. Rotate that round. Okay, so we have a active swimmer tank we're not dealing with yet. A wimp tank. That is this one. And for that, we're going to have to remove our yellow tang. And put all the yellow tang in 2 of the yellow tang. There we go. And we need pufferfish, which are here, size 8. We can get the 1 in there. We can put the 1 in there, and that works. Perfect. Excellent. That saves that one. Very nice. And I'm just realizing now that we need to do that. Move that over. Hey, okay. Also, Jack has grown. Okay, excellent. And if that has leveled up, you get to learn your more fixing. Okay. And because we can, we're going to put another bin down. We're going to put another bin down there. Excellent. Now, you guys need a size of 108, but you are 18 size. Oh, you did not get food? Okay. Might need another feeder. Okay, size 9, size 11, size 6, that's fine. You'll eat anything size 10. That is not a concern, so the horse-eye jacks can get moved. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Excellent. That is good. Get the big fish in there. Okay. So we do need more. Ooh, I don't like the amount of space we're having to take up. Ooh, boy. We are taking up a lot of space. We might need to make another room for these. Okay. We don't have the money to make another room. Oh, that's problematic. That is very problematic. Okay. Okay. We need a plan be? We can close off that exhibit so no one sees it. And what we can do is we can do that. We can do that. So I'm going to move that to there just for now. I'm going to move that to there. And that one can then... we can't get anything else. Can't get anything else. How much is on this? Okay, you are way above quota. We need 153. We need 153. Okay. Let's see now. Okay, okay. This could work. This could work. This could work. We're going to pick that up and put it there just briefly. We're going to move that one to just there. We wouldn't need the pump for that, which is very nice. I'm going to move that to there with that. Move that one back to there. That one is going to go attached to that. That is going to attach to that. That one is going to attach to that, and that one is going to attach to that. Okay. So we have that one. It's going to hook up to that, and it's going to hook up to that. Okay. Okay. We are well in the lead, so we can get rid of that. That gives us a little bit of extra money. Okay. Okay. Let's see now. Get rid of that, move that in. Move that to... would that work? Not particularly. There we go. Then just have to move something else, which would be... we're out of space, we're out of space, we're out of space back here. Okay, green there. Actually, no, put you can go there, and you can go there. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Okay, because the herring's all there, that's right. Okay, so that is all good there. Now, we can move that to just there. Yep. We can move that one to there. And then that can go here. It can't connect to anything else. That's problematic. That can connect to that. That can connect to that. Okay. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. This is interesting. This is interesting. This is why it's a puzzle game. This is why we have puzzles. Okay. You can go there. The mice shrimp can go there. You are good to go there. You, I'm going to put just there. That needs to be close. Ideally, the sand eels need to be close as well. You are going to go there. Sand eels there. Oh my. Chat, this is all getting a wee bit tight in here, isn't it? All getting a wee bit cram it. Wait, we can do that. Okay, we can do that. Let's move the Mysis shrimp. And we're just going to attach that there for now. Going to move that one to there. And that connects up there. Excellent. Move that over, that over. The Mysis shrimp is there. We then can fit that there. We can put that just there, and we still have enough space to put an extra one in, which is going to be this. That hooks all of that up. Okay. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. That up there. Move all of these over one. And hook that there. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, okay. We're cooking now, we're cooking now. Gonna do that because they will be able to get down there. We can then put all of these in a row there. Including that one just there. And we should be good. I think we're good. We might not be good, actually. We're not good, okay. That is fine. That's not actually powering anything anymore. That's good. Okay, we have an extra pump. We have an extra pump, and everything is actually good. Okay, let's watch the feeding. Let's watch the feeding. So we may have to get another feeder in. We may have to get another feeder in. In fact, who are you? You are good. You are gonna... Okay. You are Kiki. That's Lorenzo. Where is Kiki? Kiki advanced. You are not allowed to do that. You are not allowed to do that. Perfect. Okay. Okay, okay, we're good. That should all work. That should all work, I hope. Yep, okay. That's all good, guys. Hope you had a good time. It was good seeing you in chat. It was good seeing you. Hope you have a good one. And remember, the full VOD is going to be on YouTube in the next week or so. Oh god, please tell me nothing died. Oh boy. Okay. Okay, nothing died. Nothing died. Excellent. Romeo, you're going to be doing more of that. Achilles sturgeon fish. Ooh, that's nice. And wolf fish. Okay. Some more cold water stuff. Active swimmers. That's another active swimmer. Active swimmer there. Active swimmer there. Okay, okay. Okay, should be good. I want to make sure everything is being fed. I want to make sure everything is being fed. If it's not, we've got a problem. If it's not, we have a problem. Okay, you... Advance. No, no, no. Okay, you are just gonna have to do that. No, because you don't. No, I can't do that. Okay. I'm gonna get rid of these base ones. I'm gonna get rid of those base ones, and Kiki, you are gonna be able to do them. You're going to be able to do them, and do them well. Okay. Because you have 35, and Xavier is at 40. Okay. So not too much in it. I'm hoping with that, it's all able to get done. because there's a lot of fish that need feeding today. And the last thing we want is the things to go hungry. Problems. Okay. Okay. Like I say, you are a priority. Hey, we got the turbot. Excellent. We're going to get the Regal Tang because active swimmer. Then we can finally get that active swimmer stuff going. Okay, okay. Okay, let's look at the ledger. Okay. Butterfly fish. You need priority. They need priority. Okay. 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 Oh, clicked you. You. I only want you doing those. No mussels. No. No mice shrimp. Okay. That should be good. If that doesn't work, I'll get another feeder in. If that doesn't work, I will get another feeder in. Okay. It's because these guys are greedy, that's why. Okay. I think we're going to have to get another feeder in. Yeah, we need another feeder. 100% need another feeder because nothing's getting fed. Problem tanks. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We need another feeder. And a good feeder at that. Raw fixers. Feeding 28, that's good. Isla, you're in. Isla, you're in and you are feeding. Okay. Let's go straight in. Isla, you are not allowed to do any of those. You are not allowed to do any of those. Okay. That should work. That should work, chat. Hopefully that is enough to feed everything and feed it all well. Fingers crossed. Okay, everything is fed. Okay, that's good. Oh, not quite, not quite. Oh, boy. Oh, thank God. Okay, thank God. I thought that was death reports. I thought that was death reports. Okay. Hopefully now that they're all fed, we should have a better time. We should have a better time now. We just want to make sure everything is fed. Once everything is fed, we can then start thinking about getting more staff and getting more tanks and stuff. Who knows? We may just have to expand even more. Okay, that's good. Coffee machine, perfect. Porcupine Puffer 1 has grown. Excellent. Delete. Okay. Alrighty. Now we can finally do fun things. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Okay, move you over. Finally we can get the Mega Heater in. Mega Heater goes in. We did not want the Mega Heater. We wanted the large combi. We wanted the large combi, and then we're going to put that in as well. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Okay. You need a mega combi as well. That's right. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So, I think... We'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. Let's see how this day plays out, shall we? Let's see how this day plays out. So I don't think we can unlock shoes or anything. No, we can't. Okay. Can't unlock shoes or anything, which is fine. Okay, that's good. Okay. There is the Regal Tang. We'll get the box fish. We'll get the box fish going. Okay, it is just that tank. Just this tank left. Okay. Oh yeah, this tank takes so many cockles. Like, so many cockles. I'm tempted to start putting things in. Okay. Okay. We're going to start zoning things. We are going to start zoning things. So, Zone 5 is going to be that tank, and the Chrysler tank. And we want Xavier in there without his 5. So, create a new zone, and that is going to be that tank, this tank, and this tank. That is where Kiki and Isla are going to be. Yes. Okay. That is good. And now I need to allow everything again because they're in zones. You can do everything. Kiki. You can do everything. I'm actually going to keep Isla off the triple. Okay. That should all work. Quasi Jack has grown again. I'm so glad I did that. Jeez, they beefy boys. These are big, beefy boys. How much food do we need to give them? A lot. A lot is the answer. An awful lot is the answer. Okay. Okay. Let's press X on that, X on that, X on those. Okay. So, we're going to want a mega heater here. Excellent. We're going to move that there, hook that up. We want a mega filter on that. Move that to there. And we want to hook that up to that one. That is good. Okay, we are good on that front. Excellent. We're good on that. We're very good on that. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's see how well this goes. Because you may spend all day just doing that. Oh, you know what we can do? You know what we can do? We can do that now, which will shorten the distance. That will shorten the distance dramatically. Okay. Okay, you're good. You're still good. I am thinking I'm going to have to bring other things over, such as the supplement, which is already there. Put the supplement there, and we're going to put in another orange pellet just there. Yes. Okay. That works well. That's good. Oh boy. Okay, everything is done there. Oh, hang on. Nothing is in the Mysis shrimp. Zone 2, Zone 2. Zone 2, you have the Mysis shrimp to do. Okay. Okay, Xavier's leveled up again. You're getting more feeding. Excellent. Okay. Okay, this is looking good. This is looking promising, chat. This is looking very promising. I ain't gonna jinx it, but it's looking promising. Okay. I just want to make sure everything gets fed and is good by the end of the day. Okay. Oh, just. Lorenzo leveled up. You're doing more gift shop. You're also doing talking, so you can get a level up in talking as well. Hey-oh, hi Karma, how you doing? Good to see ya. So we are just doing a cozy little stream with Megaquarium. So we are building up the aquarium, and at the moment we're having a little bit of an issue with getting everything done on time, because there are some things which aren't being done, like the all the food. All the food is not being done on time. So that is something we are actively searching to try and fix. We're hoping we can get it done, but as with most things, it sometimes don't work. It sometimes don't work. Ah, that's right. We need those, and we want to add in a large double filter. Perfect. There we go. Okay. That is good. That is good. Now, theoretically, everything should be... I can't speak. Everything should be good in that front, which is good. Meaning... because we are almost there. We are very, very close. So, if we open up this tank, we should be good. We open up this tank with the active swimmers, which are in here, but we want different ones. So we have different active swimmers. We have the Regal Tang. We have you on 66, which we can do. Because you have that. Okay, you can do that. We can do that. So we'll get down 3 of them. Yes. Yes, that is exactly what I mean. That is exactly what I mean, because sometimes they just don't get the stuff done. We had fish going hungry, and annoyingly on this level, we don't have free access to all the fish. So we have to buy things from the messages, and we just can't get them back. So if we lose a fish, then we've lost a fish and we can't get it back. So we're just having to hope and pray and make sure everything works. Now there was Achilles sturgeon fish that we want. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to hook them in there. There we go. Those guys won't grow, but that's fine. We can come in here and we can get rid of these decorations because we don't need all of those, but we do want more of the like the egg rack would be nice. We can't really fit the egg rack in though, So, we want 18 more. That's 2 velvet horn. That is 2 velvet horn if I can figure out where to put the velvet horn. I'm just going to have to pick up that. Move that over there. Move that there. Move that one to there. Then we might have to get rid of that. Get rid of that. Then we can put in... Let's put in an egg rack. Why not? What has egg rack ever done for anyone else? Usually this game isn't hard and it isn't ambiguous, so I couldn't figure by what standard you'd have to only rate something promising. But yeah, staff setups can get complicated and it takes time and RNG to find out if everything's going to work consistently. Exactly. We have most things working correctly, and it was doing fine. But we changed the setup. We kept adding more fish, but didn't adjust for everything else. So we kind of just expanded beyond what we were capable of and then had to scramble to get everything back. I have seen Dredge. It is on my list of things to have a look at and play. And I would be keen on playing it at some point. I don't know when I would get around to it, but I am keen on playing it at some point. Do need that there. You are going to have to go there. You're going to have to go there. And we're going to need a nitrate reactor on you. Excellent. There we go. You meant the genre as a whole? Honestly, I like the strategy games. So a lot of the games I play are strategy puzzle games. Not really. I mean, what kind? But yeah, obviously Dredge is very much a fantasy marine biology game. True, it is. Anything that like sparks my interest with marine biology is way up there. It is way up there. I mean, I focus mainly on mangrove stuff, but yeah, it's definitely on my list of things to play. There is actually a board game like Dredge. If you've ever heard of the board game Deep Regret, that is a board game based on Dredge. I have played it and I love it. I absolutely love it. It is a lot of fun. Okay, if we can get 2 more guests in, we should be good. 1 more guest in, we should be good. It's so close. It is so close. We are nearly there. Need more of these guests. Okay, that's the active swimmer's done. We just need more guests. Okay. How do we get more guests? Well, every tank is at 100%. Oh no, hang on. It is not, because I forgot to undo this. 5, 6, 7. There we go. That tank can now be observed. You won't be doing Humpback Snapper. You're going to be doing that, and the Moon Jelly. Actually, the Regal Tang. There we go. That's a better talk for you. You shouldn't have changed. Yep, that's good. Most popular game in that genre in years and years. It's very stripped down to make it accessible. I've been hoping, mostly in vain, it would bring more people into the genre, but it's definitely gotten a few people to try Sunless Sea. Ooh, is that's another one in that type of genre? Because that's cool. Actually, is Dredge on sale at the moment? Because if Dredge is on sale at the moment... Ooh! Okay. Ooh. And there we go. We got this one done. Excellent. So we'll check out Myra. Well, we'll check out Myra next stream. The genre is very poorly recognized, but I call them nav likes. Okay, yeah. You're navigating everywhere. Okay, so at the request of previous chatters, we are pausing at Myra, pausing the main campaign at Myra, and we are instead switching over to Freshwater Frenzy and doing this. So we're going to start Freshwater Frenzy. Okay. Which is pretty nice. So we get freshwater and saltwater stuff. Because they like plecos, so we're going to give them plecos. But yes, Dredge is on sale at the moment. And it do have that horror aspect. And I am looking for a game to play during spoopy season. I am looking for something to play in spoopy season. Ooh. See, I'm either gonna play Dredge or Subnautica. I'm either gonna play Dredge or Subnautica. I know a lot of people have been wanting me to play Subnautica, but Dredge as well. Dredge is a lot of fun. I reckon we can get a lot of people in with Dredge. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. Most games in that genre are actually about spaceships, and that only metaphorically work like sailing ships, because that's easier to just make up rules and gamify. Boats on water are real and have to operate according to real-world rules to some extent. Exactly. I've done boat work, and you've got to be mindful of everything that's happening on the water, not just what's there. It is very, very complicated to do, and I applaud anyone that can do it. I applaud anyone and everyone that can do it. I do want to learn how to do it at some point, but there is just no guarantee that I will. No guarantee at all that I will. Hopefully I can. Okay. So we're going to have freshwater tank here. Switch to freshwater. We want a convict cichlid. At least singly or a pair. So we're going to have a pair. There we go. Convert it to freshwater. Yes, so I am a marine ecologist. I did my master's degree in the behavior of, the predatory behavior of fish in mangrove habitats. Oh, not mangrove habitats, intertidal habitats. And yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Thank you for reading. But yes, I have done stuff out in real boats, and I want to learn. I do want to learn that type of stuff, because it seems like a lot of fun. Difficult, but a lot of fun. And there's something about boats in games that they do oversimplify it. Potentially. I may have misunderstood things. Potentially. But yeah, there's not a lot of things that are on boats specifically. Wait. Hang on. Let me get my thoughts in order. I am thinking the correct thing. Okay. Yeah, so... Okay. Sorry. Okay, pause game for a second. Think about what I'm saying. Yes, when you've got boats in video games, they're always oversimplified compared to how they are in real life. And that's because it's very difficult in real life. So, in video games, you basically want to be keeping a track of one thing and the other, and then focusing on everything else at the same time. Yes. No, I do not think of this as a fantasy activity. It is very much a realism thing, especially with the freshwater stuff that introduced breeding and stuff, because then you get into all the genetics and everything. Because when I was in my... It's so good. I really like that kind of stuff and that kind of science. Because when I was doing my undergrad, I helped put together a breeding program for an endangered species of fish so that we maximize the genetic diversity. And that came into it in the freshwater expansion for Megaquarium, introducing all of the breeding mechanics and everything. And you have different color variations, and it's just like, oh, so good. But yes, this is... It's close enough. Pretty much. This is the ideal thing that I would like to do. I would like to go into Aquaria and do this sort of stuff. Help restore habitats and everything. And just in general bring that knowledge base over to people, because helping people understand is the best way to get people to help. And if you can't get people to help, then everything's screwed. So if we can get people to understand things as simply as they can and show why we need to do this sort of stuff, it gets them more excited about it and they're more likely to help. If that makes sense. If that makes sense. If that makes sense. I don't like how far out this tank is, actually. We wanted... that a 5? Yes, a 5. Yeah, we want a 5, okay. Grab you two and put you there. And get rid of you. Excellent. Yeah. Yeah. No, I really like it. I mean, I've always wanted to do the marine side of things. And to a lesser extent, all of the captive raising stuff. I actually applied for jobs in Aquaria before. But yeah, they put a lot... So the devs of this put in a lot of time and effort to make sure everything is right. Because you've got all of these different food sources, which are accurate. They've looked at what niches things require. Yes, they've been simplified for the game, but it's accurate enough to say, hey, you need to actually do this, and it teaches people the different needs and requirements and the ecological niches that things will inhabit in the wild. It's why I like aquariums in general. Yes, sometimes I don't agree with them, but they perform a vital role in actually saying people, hey, this is what's out here, and this is what needs to be done. This is the niche. You destroy the niche, you destroy everything. It's like the sea otter. The sea otter is a great example of keystone species. You basically get people to love one thing and it protects everything else. But you don't know about that unless you can go there, you see in the aquarium the sea otters, you fall in love with them, and you want to learn more about them. So yeah, I think this game does a fantastic job of representing that. I really do. I may be in the minority about that, but at the same time, I may not be. I like to think that I'm not. I like to think that I'm not. I hope I'm not. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, it's the exact same thing as zoos. It's actually funny. Yes, they are desperately needed, but you can have some... There's like 2 good examples of this. If you can get a zoo with a big enough area, that the location is similar to what they would have in the wild, then it's great, like the safari park and stuff. Yes, it's never going to be the exact same, and all the enrichment stuff that is done helps keep the minds active so they're not bored out of their mind. But the role they play is vital in saying to people, hey, we need to do this, and if you like this, support us so we can help everything else. Because if you think about it, everything that's on show in aquariums and zoos is all just a front. Everything that goes on behind the scenes is where everything really happens. You've got all the captive breeding programs, which are done worldwide, and it's all shared worldwide so that you can get the genetic diversity, so that these animals can get reintroduced into their habitats, and it's all going back into climate change, into fixing everything that has been done to the environment. It is, honestly, the work they do is amazing. It really is. Sometimes it's not the best, especially when you got the really big animals in captivity, like marine mammals. They shouldn't be in captivity, in my opinion, at all. But you need things like that. You really do. Because, and I'm sorry for getting into a somber topic, but unless it happens, we're just going to lose all of it. We're just going to lose all of it, and there's nothing we can do about it. If we don't do this, we do not get everything. Okay, happy aquarium time. Okay, let's do fun aquarium stuff. And let's not focus on the terrible state of the world that is destroying the environment. Because that is not a good thing to do. It is not a good thing to do. Okay, so we want a broom stand and everything, and that is that. We are going to need... Look at a lot of post-apocalyptic... I can't speak. Look at a lot of post-apocalyptic media. I've just rationalized it as getting to live through the end of the world, just like in my stories. That is very true. That is very true. And if Earth has taught us one thing, it's going to keep going, regardless. It'll keep going regardless. I mean, there has been how many global mass extinction events? You've had the Permian, the big one, the KT. Basically, life has had so many hurdles thrown at it, and it's always walked out on top. So we can only hope that it continues to. We can only hope that it continues to, despite everything that we've done. Despite everything that we've done, hopefully life finds a way. To quote a very famous movie, life finds a way. I also find it funny that you look at a lot of the post-apocalyptic media, and it's always set in America. Well, most of them are set in America. You got like the Mad Max series and stuff in... Oh, guppies on that. Oh, I need 5 guppies. Okay. Whoops. There you go, 5 guppies. And I need another plant. Brilliant. New plant. And we haven't got any staff, so... Oh, we do have staff. Excellent. Sweet. Okay. Heal that, heal that. Okay. Excellent. I mean, it's such vast amounts of media for decades and decades saying civilization is going to collapse in the 21st century. It's honestly kind of weird that we still have running water and electricity in 2025. That is very true. That is very true. We are incredibly lucky. We are incredibly lucky to have all of this. I also kind of find it kind of funny that you have all of this post-apocalyptic stuff, and I don't know where I saw it. I'm gonna get another feeder in real quick. Yes, you. I don't know where it was from, but it was basically all of the countries in the world decide to stop, have a discussion, and talk about the apocalypse. They run through the apocalypse, and everyone says, right, we're all gonna stop and not talk to each other for the next 100 years or so that we can all get on top of everything. And then no one does anything. They all just congregate together but don't tell anyone. And I just find that quite funny. I find that quite funny. Because it just says, if everyone communicates, then it all works. If everyone communicates, it all works. But yes, we as a civilization are hanging on there. We are hanging on. Even the incredibly optimistic Star Trek has always been like, oh yeah, humans are going to absolutely destroy themselves in the 21st. There will hardly be anything left. Humans, as they were then, are bastards. We only evolved after that centuries later. This is very true. This is very, very true. And until we can stop with the whole capitalist agenda and stuff, then it ain't going to change. Because the one key defining change about Star Trek is it's not... No, resources are free, basically. Ooh, rainbow fish. Ooh, I'll give it a shot. And corkscrew valleys. There you go. Thank you. Okay, but yes. Because you got access to replicators and stuff, shame the Bell riots didn't happen on schedule, still waiting on Irish reunification. Yeah, that would help. That would help. I mean, there's so many different things that could make a difference to everything, and we need to do it. We need to do it. There's a lot of shit that needs fixing. And hopefully, we can fix it. Hopefully, we can fix it. Okay. We want an open space 2x2, which is there. I'm going to go T to there, and there, and there. Bring all that round, and bring that down. There we go. And that opens up that little space. Now we're going to go P to there, L to there. And we want these, the corkscrew veils. Go. And boom, 15. Okay. We're gonna need a different one. Can we get away with that one? Yes, we can. Yes, we can. And rainbow fish. Here we go. We got the rainbow fish. And because we can, we're going to put down another bloodworm dispenser. Just there. Perfect. Yeah, we need... There's got to be some change that happens soon. There needs to be. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it was very rough. And it's the common saying. It is the common saying. History is taught by the victors. I mean, we're playing through blueprints at the moment as well, and we've seen this occur in blueprints. Basically, actually, before I say anything, do you mind spoilers on blueprints? I will ask that now. Because if yes, then I'm not going to say anything. It is a roguelike puzzle game. It is a roguelike puzzle game. Basically, what you do in it is you have to... Each day you go through and try and get to room 46 of a 45-room house, all the while solving puzzles within the rooms and within the whole game as a whole to uncover the overarching mystery. It is a lot of fun. We play a lot of fun puzzle games there. But basically, what happened in that is Country A had a fight. There was a revolution in Country A, and it was then, everything was then just whitewashed. You could not even talk about the old country at all. And there's specific things in it that says history is taught by the victors. And like things being a political statement and everything. So I completely understand what you're saying. No, you are human. You are human. It is. Hang on, it is. Let me find the game. It is. I'll just send it in chat. Blueprints. There we go. So that is the name of the game. Got a few. Pretty much all of the videos we've had on it have been on the VOD channel. So they're free to watch. But yeah, going back to what we were saying about how much everything was whitewashed so we don't have to confront our own nature. We need people to just say, yes, we did this, we're horrible, we need to change, otherwise nothing is going to get better. And unfortunately, me included, unfortunately. Gotcha. Yep. It is a confusing name. Especially when blueprints are in blueprints. The accent doesn't help as well. The accent does not help as well. The accent does not help. Okay, you are a bully. You will work. Okay, that's good. We'll get that. I think we might need to get another little tank going. Maybe. Okay. Yes, I think we will get another tank going. And for this one, we're just going to open up this space. And we are gonna get a tank. Can I get that there? Yes, I can. We can get a tank there. Perfect. Open that up a little bit more. And we're gonna press T there. Perfect. But yeah, we definitely need people to stand up and say, we were wrong, we need to fix this. Okay. More than one combined size must not exceed 50% of the tank capacity. Okay. So that's size 10, so we can only put 3 in there. Okay. Okay. Oh, damn, you need 6. Yeesh. Or I just sell one. There we go. We got that. There we go. Perfect. You are less unhappy now? Yes, you are less unhappy now. There's some 3D platformer puzzle game called Blueprints I found on my first search, where you're a robot jumping around this abstract 3D space that looks like a blueprint, like the levels are AutoCAD. Ooh! That's an interesting game. I have never heard of that one. That is... actually sounds really quite interesting. I don't know if I'd be any good at it, because I am terrible at platformers. I absolutely suck at them. We can only hope. I mean, eventually I have got to get better at these games, right? Eventually. It doesn't look very popular. Looks like a minor amateur indie project. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Maybe not then. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's get the blind cave tech going. Ooh, they've grown up. Excellent. Okay. So, but it was similar enough to your description and seemed legitimate, so it was enough to get confused. Understandable. Honestly, I am not the best at explaining things and describing things. I am not the best. My brain just goes from one point to the next, and sometimes it just skips over everything in the middle. Which is not great. Yo, why are you guys upset? Oh, because there's nothing in the tank. That's why. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Let's put in a... What do I put in? Barrel booty. Yeah, some barrel booty will do in there. And a piece of driftwood. That'll work. You know, we'll put one of these in there as well. There we go. Now there's a little bit in that tank. Perfect. Okay, what do we got? Oh, could not grow up. Could not grow up. Okay. Right. The description says Blueprints is a strategy game. Is that just add copy bull? There is some strategy to it because of where you're drafting rooms to, but at the same time, it is also not a strategy game. Yeah. So yeah, why they've put it as a strategy game, I'm not sure. It doesn't make sense to me for it to be a strategy game. Get rid of the rabbitfish. Nope, you in there. You go in there, you are fine there. Now, you should have enough space to grow up to size. So you get 5 extra, and you get 5 extra. Okay, so I need to get rid of one more fish. One more fish. So it's size 4. What can I put in where? Publishers love to slap buzzwords on their game. It's why the word roguelikes becomes so completely meaningless. Yeah. Anything to sell things, right? Anything to sell things. Which is a bit stupid if you think about it. It really is. He's just a bit stupid. Okay, I'm gonna pick up one of them. Oh, no, I'm gonna pick you up. Pick that up. Put you in there. Not you there. You in there, and you in there. Okay, so you're all happy. You've got 5 spaces to grow up into. You've got 5 spaces to grow up into. Yes, excellent. But you need caves. Okay. Okay, we're just going to put some quick caveage in here. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Quick caveage in there. Excellent. And that is good. Honestly, yes, the term is overdone, but there have been some good roguelikes recently. Why are you sad now? You have just no thoughts. Too thirsty, heading home. Oh, come on. You're gonna make me do it. They're gonna make me do it, chaps. Whoop, too far. Too far. I gotta put down more stuff. Okay. Good, that's good. Put some drinks down. And we put down some bins because who the hell wants a dirty place? Here we go. Okay. And we are going to do that that, and that, just so we can get another toilet then. There we go. And we're going to put a toilet just here as well. There, and toilet. Okay, let that run. Strategy is a positive word, so they might try to call anything strategy if they can claim you have to use strategy. Genre definitions be damned. Just like any amount of randomization on any element of a game now gets it labeled a roguelike. Casinos should start billing themselves as a roguelike experience where there's a gaming convention in town. True! True! That'd be quite funny. That would actually be quite funny. They'd make bank off that. They would make bank off that. They would actually make bank off that. Backpack dispenser is what we want. Yeah. Honestly, in my opinion, a roguelike is only a roguelike if you do something and then you have to do it all over again the following day. That, to me, is what a roguelike is. Anything randomized? No. It's got to be that you reset the day and do it again. Because the first true roguelike I played was Hades. Hades was the first one I played. Okay, now why did you get sad? Because there's no benches over here. Forgot the benches, Chad. I forgot the benches. Go on there. Okay. That is literally opposite for rogue. Is it? Have I learnt the wrong definition? I mean, I wouldn't put it past me to. Have I learnt the wrong definition? Am I just an idiot? I mean, the answer is yes, but... the answer is indeed yes, I am an idiot. But still. I would like to think I'm not. I would like to think I'm not. I once asked a streamer playing Returnal if he played any traditional roguelikes, and he responded, like Enter the Gungeon. Ah. I see. I understand. I understand. Nope, I understand. I understand. I have been bamboozled. I have been bamboozled. It do not feel good to be bamboozled. A woozle bamboozle. You're mocking the shit out of him? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. As it should be. As it should be. We want one there, we want that there, and we want that going down there. Okay. Okay, so the next one we want is the Blind Cave Tetra. In fact, could I put that in something else? Yes, I could. Maybe. Maybe. I mean, I can put it in there. That should be fine. Yeah, just need some rocks in there. idea. Honestly, unless something is said to me directly, I don't really pick up on it. I don't really pick up on it. I am blind as anything and can't read. Can't read it. It is very difficult for me to pick up on things like that. Unfortunately, it is a problem. It is a problem, I know. But yes, if that is not a true roguelike, then I would like to know what a true roguelike is, so I can give one a try. I would like to know. Roguelikes were founded on the idea of permadeath. The definition was so totally turned inside out that permadeath now means you keep all your banked upgrades forever, and the entire game is about accumulating them, so dying has no consequences beyond losing the last 15 minutes. Okay. Okay. So in that aspect, it's... So again, the term is now meaningless. It literally means itself and the opposite of itself at the same time. Huh. That's interesting. That is interesting. See, it's nice to learn this stuff, because I don't know. I really don't know, and it's nice to know this. It's nice to learn. It is very nice to learn. Okay. We need 2 more freshwater species. Okay, is there anything else we can do to kind of... Backpack dispenser, very nice. Is there anything we can do to make this better? Not really. We do need a backpack. Thank you for the barb. Where is the backpack? There is the backpack. We are going to put the backpack there. So we need to grab our staff members, manage, accessory, backpack. They are all going to grab backpacks. Need to close them. But yeah, I think... So the next stream will be on Sunday my time. And I think we shall either play Subnautica or Dredge. One of the two. One of the two. We'll figure out which. We'll figure out which over the week. Okay, so Rogue came out in like 1980. Okay, 30 years roguelike meant games that are like Rogue. And that meant turn-based RPGs with random map generation, and real, serious, we mean it, permadeath. That makes sense. So, kind of like Baldur's Gate 3 Honor Mode, if that's a good comparison. If that is a good comparison. I hope it's a good comparison. So we need 3 of you. That's fine. I'm hoping it's a good comparison. Okay, you want 2 of these. Okay, now you need 4 caves. That is going to be difficult. 4 caves. What would there? What would there? The only thing is, you need 5 different things. 5 more decorations. Life ring. You can get a Amazon sword. And we're gonna get you a... you know, let's get you an anchor. Let's get you an anchor. We've got X there, get rid of them. The cichlids, I think we might be able to move them. No, because they're bullies. Can't move the cichlids because they're bullies. You're bullies as well, okay. Then platformers like Spelunky and Rogue Legacy started coming out that were live-action platformers, but retain many minor tropes of the game, and centralized the cycle of death and random map generations. They still felt like roguelikes, but they added mechanics for banking games after runs. Ah, okay. So it's all just evolved. It has all just evolved. That's interesting. That is very interesting. You also got twin stick shooters like Binding of Isaac's doing that. Ah, okay. Gotcha. Gotcha. I have never played Binding of Isaac. Never played it. Is it worth it? Is it worth playing Binding of Isaac? Because there seems to be a lot to it. I'm just going to make a feeding zone. That consists of you, and you. There we go. And the new zone is going to be these. And because I can do it like that, there's also an ad starting in about a minute. An ad starting in about a minute, chat. So hopefully that does not become an issue. Hopefully that does not become an issue. Pause you. Move that to there. You're going to go to there. Bloodworm is going to go there. What happened was that live action games kept leaning more and more into the random loot drops and banking of games, and people seemed to really like that. So when you got imitators that were no longer inspired by traditional roguelikes and abandoned all other genre conventions but still had the consistent format, so the loot drops and the banking of games like Vampire Survivors. Okay, gotcha. Yep, that makes complete sense. That do unfortunately make complete sense. People be do what people be do. And it do be sad. It do be sad. Okay. Okay. So, we want 3 of these guys. Okay. We need more plants in here. So we're going to get some corkscrew. Go. 1%. Alright, let's put in another plant. There we go. There we go. 0% chance. Perfect. We love 0% chance. Ad break. Yep. 3-minute ad. Okay. Don't worry, we will still be here after 3 minutes. We will still be here. We got a pad bench. We'll go for power pump. We are nearly done on this. Nearly done. Pad bench. Boom. Yep. What do we got? Colors leveled up. There we go. Plant destroyers. A Paku. 210. Ouch. Okay. Well, big Paku goes in there. Okay. So Suspended platform tank? Hell yeah. I like that. I like that idea. Okay. We're going to open up this area to get a jetty tank. Not enough money. Not enough money? Oh, yeah, it's... Oh, it's expensive. These jetty tanks are expensive. Okay, we're just going to have to wait for money on that. Wait for the money on that, chat. We wait for the money on that. We are going to need... Yeah, we'll wait. We'll wait. Okay. So, we're just waiting on money now. We are just waiting on money. Welcome back. Excellent. Welcome back. So, we have managed to get a Paku. Somehow. We managed to get a Paku. But we need to build a new type of tank, but that is an expensive tank. It is a highly expensive tank that we're going to have to deal with. So we're going to basically just get rid of all of these benches and replace them with better ones. More expensive, yes, but they get us more prestige, which gets us more people. Guys, why are you going away? Oh, because you're going that way. Okay. I see what's happening here. Well, if we can go up a little bit more, we'll be good. But yeah, we have nearly finished this level. Nearly finished this level. I reckon we can finish this level by the end of stream. I reckon we can finish this level before the end of stream. We just have to get enough money to do it. We just need enough money to do it. Which I think is right about now. Because you get these nice jetty tanks. Not quite. So we want the 210 for the Paku. That works. We're gonna go like that. Yeah, we're gonna go like that. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Anyway, I was saying people would punt that same style of formalized, randomized group drops and a particular style of branching one-way linear character pathing and traditional roguelikes used for dungeon organization. Let's complete the next research. Used for character pathing that traditional roguelikes used for dungeon organization into completely different genres and then call that result a roguelike. Like putting maple syrup on a hamburger and calling it a waffle. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I mean... Yeah. Yeah, that is... It's a bit off. Hey, they will brew. Excellent. Yeah, that's... I mean, honestly, that kind of sums up the whole video game industry at the moment. It kind of sums it all up at the moment. Because you have all of these games and they're just getting washed down and washed down. The last nail in the coffin of the term roguelike was when Tape to Tape came out. I have never heard of Tape to Tape. What is Tape to Tape? Please enlighten me. Tippy Tape is a real-time hockey game and hockey team management simulator. Okay. It doesn't sound too bad, but I'm going to assume that's incorrect. I'm going to assume it is quite bad. Okay. Open up Haku. 2% chance. There we go. 3. It counts as 3, okay. And 0% chance, cool. Yeah, hockey's interesting. Hockey is interesting for certain. No idea how it stands up as a game, but building a hockey team management game as a roguelike is a crime against language. It really is. It really is. It should be a management simulation game. Honestly. It should be a management simulation game. Just gonna backfill that area. Okay. We're going to press R there. And we're going to grab a vegetable dispenser, put it there. And we're going to make sure that this zone is in here. There we go. Okay, 3 different animals. Well, grab that. And we can grab our tinfoil barbs. And boom, 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 there we go. We'll then grab back the tinfoil barbs. Oh, come on, where are the tinfoil barbs? There we go. Tinfoil barb goes back in there. We'll grab them, put them back in there. Perfect, and we just have a lone Paku in there. And boom, 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 that should push us over, I hope. Should push us over. But yes, this, once we finish this level, I think we're going to call stream there. If we finish this level. We may not. We may not. We can get more Paku? There we go. Hang on. Okay. Yep. I was about to do that. I was about to say that. 14% chance. Not enough money. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 138. Okay. Go. That's good. Hey, there we go. There we go. There we go. We'll take the job. Okay. So, Event the Gaming Press, which usually embraces its nonsense, was openly skeptical of the categorization. The publisher defended it by saying that the seasonal career mode used a branching dungeon structure to determine which hockey teams you had to face in the bracket, and the random event system was modeled on real-time roguelike formalized milestone goodie drops. That is, pick one of these 3 players to join your team. That's not roguelike. That's a drafting system. That's not... That's not a roguelike. That's a drafting system. Gotta love buzzwords. Gotta love buzzwords. They're everywhere. They're everywhere, and people will do anything to make them fit. And they will do anything to make them fit. Which is just... ugh. Not great. Not Great. Okay. The ultimate result is that the term becomes useless for searching for new games you might want to play. I mean, one of my friends sent me this yesterday. They were recommended a romance simulation game on Steam. Okay? Would you like to know what the romance simulation game was? It was Warhammer 40k. Warhammer 40k. A well-renowned romance simulation game. Yep. 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 It's stupid. It is actually stupid. It was the Rogue Trader Simulator? I don't think it was, actually. Let me check my messages. It was... Where was it? It was Rogue Trader. It was Rogue Trader. It was Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. I've not played Warhammer 40k, so I don't know if that is accurate or not, but it's still not what I would go for when you say a romance simulator. Not what I would go for. Okay. So all of these have got... Warhammer 40k is a big setting with lots of different games in it. A lot of different genres. Rogue Trader is a flagship RPG, so kind of like Dragon Age or Baldur's Gate. Ah, okay. Okay. Learning something new every day, because I did not know that. I did not know that. Okay. Well, it's still, yeah, least romantic vibe you can think of. Exactly. Yeah. It's stupid, but yes. It's stupid, but yes. Okay. Closed to public? Does that mean we don't get people coming in? Interesting. The Rogue Trade game is a lot going from place to place, actually trading. Romance is a tiny part of the game. Okay. Okay. Oh, no guests. Okay, no guests. Yeah. It's interesting. It is very interesting. Because it's like, even the smallest slither will cause him to jump on it. Kind of like real life, actually. Kind of like real life. Okay. Let's build this Amazonian angelfish tank, and then we shall call it. I think that is a good plan. So we're going to have Amazonian angelfish. We are going to put 3, 4 in there. Sufficient acidity. Need bogwood. Oh, lots of bogwood. So much bogwood. There we go. Then we need 4 plants. Wish I knew we had Java ferns. Wish I knew we had Java ferns. And we're gonna need a heater. And we are going to need a filter. There we go. Okay. In other words, it's still bullshit to call a game a romance game just because it has some romance options buried in its vast amount of content. This is very true. This is very true. Might as well put Tears of the Kingdom in the driving and racing games. Sorry. I can see Nintendo doing that, though. With all the bullshit Nintendo are doing at the moment, I can see them doing that. I can actually see them doing that. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I can see them doing that. I can see them doing that. Ah. Yeah, that's stupid. But I can see it happening. I can see it happening. Okay. So, we're going to save the game as stream freshwater, because that's what we're doing. We're streaming freshwater. Okay. Load game, streaming freshwater. Excellent. Okay. So, that is where we are going to leave it today. We have gone an extra almost an hour. Nintendo has their own store. They will be competing with themselves. There's no need to dilute the subject. That's true. This is very true. Very true. Very true indeed. But yes. Hey, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. And yeah, that's so good. That's so good. I enjoy streaming. I enjoy streaming. I enjoy yapping. And I enjoy talking to people. I am highly introverted, so it's a way to get me out of my shell. And have fun just playing games. Which is what we do. But yes. Thank you for watching. I hope you've had a fantastic time. The next stream is going to be on Sunday the 5th for Australian. So it's going to be 9 AM Australian Eastern Standard Time. It should say it automatically in the schedule on Twitch. But we're either going to be playing Subnautica or we'll be playing Dredge, depending on which one. I'm leaning more towards Subnautica because... But then again, we could play Dredge. I've not played any Dredge. I've not played or seen any Dredge. Ooh, I'll have a think. I'll have a think. I'll have a think, because it is on sale. Ooh, yes. I'll have a think. We'll be playing one of those two on the next stream. But yes, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've had a fantastic time. This VOD will be going out in the next week or so. And episode 1 of Megaquarium should be out tomorrow morning. Should be out tomorrow morning. But yeah. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day and a good rest of the week. See ya!